Hello, everyone. I'm Jim Garrison. I want to welcome you to this special session of Humanity Rising as we consider the frontier of the human ET relationship and encounter through remote viewing. This is something that we've been spending more and more time with here at Ubiquity University and Humanity Rising as we've been producing program after program on the disclosure that's beginning to happen primarily from the U.S. government and government agencies and contracting corporations and members of the Congress and the Senate and members of the intelligence community and the military for reasons that I think ultimately remain obscure. The United States government has decided to release information that it and other governments have coercively kept secret for the past 80 years. And beginning really in 2017 with Lou Elizondo and the New York Times and David Grush and congressional testimony and various enactments by the U.S. Congress. And without public pressure, the government of the United States has stated very clearly that it is in possession of what it calls technologies of unknown origin, non-human technologies, and non-human intelligences, and asserted it has retrieved alien craft, retrieved alien biologics, and that controlled disclosure is underway. Just yesterday, Congresswoman Luna and other congressional representatives established a special task force to release classified information about the Kennedy assassination, the Martin Luther King assassination, and unidentified anomalous phenomena. So incrementally, inexorably, the truth that we are not alone, that extraterrestrial intelligences and beings and civilizations are present on our planet and have had contact and ongoing communication, possibly treaty protocols with humans, with governments, even a classified secret space program is in the process of being disclosed. Initially, the conversation, which continues, is about the hardware. Retrieve craft, retrieve biologics, reverse engineering to try to figure out how do we use ET technology to advance human technology. And the growing assertion is that most of what came out of Silicon Valley since the 1960s was in fact inspired by reverse engineering of alien craft. What we want to dwell on is what is emerging as the frontier of our encounter with the non-human intelligences, which I prefer to call the extraterrestrials because it makes it more real, less disembodied. And that is that the people that have encountered them one way or another universally assert that they communicate through mental telepathy. They're fluent in consciousness. And so for human beings to enter the full opportunity of our cosmic moment and begin to get to know these beings, we have to learn consciousness. We have to learn mental telepathy. We have to learn how to both communicate and build community with intelligences that are completely non-human, but are showing up on our planet as very advanced beings. So it was in this spirit that Ubiquity University, in the fall of 2023, established the Extraterrestrial Awareness and Communications program, leading to master's and PhD degrees. Because we were aware and interested in the hardware, but much more fundamentally, we've been interested in how we humans, in this crucial moment in history, where we're literally on the verge of self-destruction, how can we save ourselves through elevating our consciousness to a sufficient degree that we can create the solutions that we need, knowing that Einstein's axiom is fundamentally true, that the consciousness that produces the problem can't solve the problem. How do we catalyze new consciousness when we're locked in the consciousness of the old problem? I believe that's why the extraterrestrials have shown up. They're the pathway to the elevation and refinement of consciousness that humanity deeply yearns for. But because we're trapped in the old consciousness, we keep making the mistakes over and over and over again. And now we've brought ourselves to the brink of extinction. And here come the ETs. And what they've been saying for the 80 years that we've been paying attention, knowing they've been here far longer than that, to the humans that they've encountered and communicated with, overwhelmingly is stop proliferating your nuclear weapons and stop degrading the environment. So Ubiquity University and Humanity Rising are dedicated to the proposition that the most important thing humans need to do now is learn what I call the mother tongue. We have to learn the language of consciousness. We speak English, we speak Greek, we speak Hebrew, we speak Chinese. We know how to learn languages. And becoming fluent in consciousness is the key to the solutions we seek and is the key to securing the human future. And that's why Ubiquity has partnered with Bertie Jaworski, who's been on Humanity Rising a number of times, and her Transdimensional Mapping Institute, which is state-of-the-art remote viewing and mental telepathy training. We have a whole certificate program with transdimensional mapping and courses that will be rolling out over the next year, 18 months. We have a partnership that's in formation with the Monroe Institute. The Monroe Institute is probably the leading organization anywhere on consciousness studies and the paraphenomenal. And so Ubiquity University is taking this matter deeply seriously and our extraterrestrial studies program, as far as we know, is the only university and academic program explicitly in extraterrestrial studies with the explicit purpose of teaching humans how to increase their awareness and how to engage in intelligible communication with extraterrestrials with a view of building community. Because they're here. They're not going away. And in fact, their presence is pressing down upon us subtly, but increasingly palpably, as we've seen from months now of orbs appearing all over the world. And remote viewers telling us that it's only going to increase. So our capacity to learn remote viewing and mental telepathy and communicate with these beings is a matter, I would say, of national security priorities.